Hello everybody, this is Buzz and I'm here to do a review on the Big Daddy meter box. It's a plastic meter box, black plastic, nothing fancy. Has a fire button on the side, has a 3-digit meter on the front, an adjustment knob. Let's see, it's a 510 connection, and I'm using a 4.5 ohm cartomizer from E-Sig Charleston, an acrylic drip tip that I got from Texas Select Vapor, and an M1A1 tank. Pretty nice little tank. Has a little screw on it. The screw rests up, tightens up against it. I'm shaking it pretty hard. It's not going to move. You take the screw out. You can fill it that way with a syringe. You don't have to pull the tank up and squirt the juice in through the top of the syringe, and you can get it just really full. Let's see. Let's look inside. Oh, it's held on by 4 rare earth magnets. Whoops, darn it. They connect to them 2 screws there, and then they connect on these batteries here once they're in. Inside, it has very cool circuitry, which doesn't mean that it's badass circuitry or anything like that. It just means that it makes your batteries run at a low temperature, which is supposed to extend the battery life, which I don't have a mod box that doesn't have very cool circuitry, so I don't know, but I'm assuming that they're telling the truth on that. It uses 2 18650 batteries. It has a little switch here to shut the meter off, but to me it's a meter box. I bought it with a meter, so I want the meter on. And that circuitry, the very cool circuitry, that you can vape it constant and hard, and the batteries do not change temperature. They just don't. It's whatever that is, it does what it's supposed to do. These tape tabs, that's a little trick that I learned from watching a Rubicon video. You should, like the second set of batteries I have for this, I put the tape a little lower, and then it makes a tab that you can pull the batteries in and out with. Next, rechargeable batteries, you're supposed to use them together, charge them together, and dispose of them together. And this is a good way to keep from doing it together. If you alter from that, you do so at your own risk. Let's see, the voltage. Let's look at one more thing in there I forgot about. See the wires in there? Everything's got insulation on it. There's no way, for one, it's so tight in there, there's no way for them to move anyway. But you see there's a blue and white wire running across a red wire. If that didn't have insulation on it, that could short out. Or maybe it could get bumped around and go up against that screw inside of there. Well, I guess there's not a screw, but it could hit something in there, maybe. I don't know. You want your wires to have insulation on them. That's a tip that I learned from watching a Steel Jan video. Some of these box mods are made kind of cheap. This is not one of those. It's made very well. It's durable. It's tough. The back, even though it's just magnets, the back won't come off. You can't knock it off. It won't come off. It's there until you want to take it off. That's just all there is to it. Let's see. I dressed it up with some hard hat stickers. I'm a union iron worker from San Antonio, Texas, local 66. It's our 100-year anniversary sticker. We've been around for 100 years. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, the whole mod is about the size of a pack of cigarettes. A pack of 100 cigarettes. It's about that size. Take my word for it. I watch videos and I see things on the internet and I get them, and they always seem bigger. I guess because I'm holding it up next to the camera a lot. It's not too big. It fits in your hand well. The button, it's a small button. Has a little bit of a click to it, a little bit of resistance. It's never misfired on me. It works well. The button works every time. I could say it's probably a good quality button. Let's look at the voltage. Okay. you have to unscrew your cartomizer to set the voltage. You don't have to, but you're just going to be dry burning. It's not a good idea. Alright, if I turn all the way up, it goes to 6.8. And that's a pretty good amount of volts. Alright, if I turn it all the way to the other way, it's off. Turn it, put my cartomizer back in. See there? Nothing. That's how you turn it off, so you can carry it around in your pocket and you don't have to worry about a misfire. Alright, now let's take this back loose. If we start turning it up, 2.81. It's nothing. It's not going to do anything for you. Okay, but it does go that low. There's 3.2, still pretty low, ain't going to do nothing. 5.6, you'll start getting a little vapor around there. 3.7, you can go right at 3.7 if you feel with it. The adjustment is pretty touchy. There's 3.71, pretty darn close. You can get it 3.70 if you mess with it, take my word. And it does 3-digit increments up until you get to 5.5. And anything below that is 3 digits. Then it goes 5.5. It's all 2 digits. And if you like low resistance stuff, 1.5 ohm dual coil cartomizers or atomizers or whatever, that works really nice because you can just dial that thing in, because it's such a low resistance that you need that fine-tune adjustment to get everything to the sweet spot that you want, so everything tastes best and works best and gets the most vapor. And on the higher end, I like the HV stuff, high voltage, 5.6, 5.7, 5.8. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can't tell hardly any difference between 5.6 and 5.7. You don't have to fine-tune as much. And let's see. I don't know if I said that. The cartomizer is a 4.5 ohm. I got it at E-Sig Charleston. They have a really good selection. You can go from 1.5s all the way up to 5 volt or 5 ohms. They got everything in between. And let's see. I don't know what else to say. The only faults I can find in it are right at the bottom. See, there's a little. See that? Nothing. The back stays on good. Won't fall off. But there is that. Just to point it out because it's a review. It has nothing to do with anything. It's strictly cosmetic. Nothing. It's very minor. The other little thing I could find is in the meter. The meter, don't get me wrong, the meter works great. You can feel it. It fits flush. It's fit in there well. You can barely feel the seam. If you take the batteries out and you hold it up to the light, you can see a crack of daylight around it. And I don't know, I've never cut a hole in a piece of plastic and tried to mount a meter. I could probably bet if I did, it wouldn't be near as good a fit. There's just no way. But it is there, and I'm pointing it out to keep the review fair and honest. Like I said, though, it has nothing to do with anything. It's very well built, very well made. I don't know much about soldering. I did read up when I started getting into this stuff on different kinds of solder and what a bad solder joint is. One of them is a cold joint, and you can look in there and you can see everything is soldered well. There's nothing first-rate soldering job, first-rate mod. If you're considering a battery box, I would definitely consider this one. It's worth buying. I spent like $114, I think is what it is, which is another thing. I ordered the little brother meter box, which takes 500 batteries, and that was a mistake. And I emailed Ken, and within an hour he emailed me back and sent me a link, and I was able to pay him just the $15, and no complaints from him. He didn't give me no hassle. He worked with me. So very responsive, good service. Let's see. I should say that the opinions in this review are strictly mine. I'm doing this review to give you an idea of what to buy. I'm saying that this, if you're looking for a mod box, is something you should consider. Nothing else. I'm telling you where you can get it at. kinsboxmod.com, and along with the other things that I plugged on here. No one's paid me. No one's asked me. I'm doing this strictly on my own because I want to help people like me who are just getting started, and I don't want to see you waste your money. And maybe I gave you a tip or something that'll help out. So that's about it. And all I can say is, whoops, I can't even say that till I turn it up. Let's see, hang on a second here. Ooh, 6.8, we don't want that. There's 5.8. That's another thing. When I tighten things, I tighten them down as tight as I can get them with my drip tip. And I can't over tighten them too much and break something or screw something up. You know, I have a tendency to want to really bear down on things, but vapes very well. That's 70-30 PGVG, 12 milligram wintergreen juice. I made that myself. Really like it. Okay, everybody, vape on and have a good evening.